What's up, guys? NBA Talk here to cover tonight's basketball. Currently behind me is the Golden State Warriors versus Portland Trailblazers, but that's for later. Toronto Raptors winning at home, taking the lead. This game was 99 Toronto Raptors to 91 Miami Heat. Toronto Raptors leading the entire game from start to finish. The Miami Heat kept it close. They didn't want it to move it. Well, yeah, just they try to keep it close at least, but they were unable to take over completely, and it is what it is. So let's just get into the stats real quick to get this done with. Miami Heat first because there's a couple players that did not show up. Joe Johnson, yo, like seriously, I'm wondering if the Miami Heat should really hire you back or re-sign you back, keep you here for a long time. He shot 5 out of 13 shooting, only 11 points again. He did pick up 8 rebounds on the defensive end, but that's it. That is sad, really. Like, this guy has not shown up. He hasn't had a big game ever in the playoffs this season. This postseason, nada. Luau Deng shot 0 out of 8. Damn. Only 4 points. That's from the free throw line. But that's pretty much it. And Amari Stoudemire only played 3 minutes. So pretty much the front court of the Miami Heat completely just failed. It just failed. That's all I'm going to say. Just failed. D Wade pretty much had the biggest night, even though his game wasn't not really that much there. He had 20 points, 6 out of 14 shooting, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Pretty much having the biggest game tonight for the Miami Heat. Dragic, pretty much the second. He had the same amount of field goals, 6 out of 14 shooting, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. And that's pretty much it for the starting lineup. When we look towards the bench, Mick Roberts did some good defensive ends, but that's pretty much it. 6 points. He did pretty good when it comes to field goal percentage. 3 out of 5 shooting. That's great, but that's not really going to help this team. 13 points from Josh Richardson. Fantastic. 21 minutes. 5 out of 8 field goals. That's pretty good. That's Haslam only played for 10 minutes, but I like they're using this guy. He plays good when he's on the court playing defense. Same goes for Justin Winslow. 8 points, 7 rebounds. He was in foul trouble a little bit. In the end though. He picked up 5 personals, but he didn't foul out. Tyler Johnson got a few more minutes, but only took 1 shot, and he missed that. But he made 6 free throws, so 6 points for him. And we saw something from Gerald Green, but let's not talk about him. 40% from the field overall, 28% from the 3-point range. Once again, Toronto Raptors limiting the 3-point shot. That has been a problem for the beginning of the series, and now they're just stopping that altogether, which is fantastic. Very fantastic. Stopping Luau Deng. Luau Deng even take, oh yeah, he did. He take 1 3-point shot, and he was killing it from the 3 points throughout this entire playoffs itself, but now they stopped him. They're not letting Joe Johnson make any threes, even though he hasn't been making those. Dragic's not making no threes that much. Richardson, he made those threes. He probably had the best 3-point percentage, 3 out of 5, but everyone else misses. So That's a big plus for Toronto Raptors. Limiting the 3-point shot is a big help. 44 rebounds for the Miami Heat. 13 turnovers. Even though that is a step improvement for the Miami Heat because they put up a 20, I think 18 to 20 turnovers last game. This is a much better improvement. Even though it's still a couple of turnovers still, but it is. Toronto Raptors. Curl, 6 points to 6 rebounds from him. He didn't have a good shooting night. Patrick Patterson also didn't have a good shooting night. 3 out of 12 from him. 0 out of 4 from the 3-point range. 8 points to 6 rebounds. Biyombo filling in for Valanciunas. If you don't know, he's gone for the rest of the series. We don't know if he's going to be gone for the rest of the playoffs. Maybe not. He probably won't be. He's probably going to be out, actually. Let me take that back. He's going to probably be out for the rest of this playoffs. Biyombo filling in very, very well. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 block shots. Playing very good hard ball. Kyle Lowry, 25 points from him. Very big game. This is probably his second biggest game in this series so far. Just a pretty good damn game from him. 10 rebounds and 6 assists from him as well. And 3 steals to boot. So he had a big game. DeRozan. After all this time, DeRozan has finally showed up, people. He is back, baby. I don't know for how long, but this is a game that was very needed, and he stepped up. And I've questioned this guy's pretty much questioned him because he hasn't been showing up this entire playoff series. He scored 34 points in this game, 11 out of 22 shooting. He made 1 3-pointer and 11 out of 11 free throws. So a big helpings from DeRozan. He did have a scare in the fourth quarter where he went out. I think he went to the back. I'm not sure it was him, but I'm pretty sure I saw a number 10 on his back. And he went straight to the back, and then he came back and did his thing. So hopefully he's okay, but he had one hell of a game. Thank you. And 9 points from Corey Joseph off the bench. So that's pretty much it. 43% from the field overall, 41% for the 3-point range, 39 rebounds, 16 assists, 10 steals, 7 block shots, and only 9 turnovers. So a fantastic game from the Toronto Raptors. Miami Heat still kept it close. It's just that it wasn't enough. Toronto Raptors are neutralizing completely the front court of the Miami Heat and knocking down the 3-point shooting of the Miami Heat. Keep them down, which is fantastic. Hopefully for next game, we can see something from the Toronto Raptors backcourt. Not Biyombo. Biyombo is the exception. He's playing hard, good defense. He's showing up. Patrick Patterson and Carl needs to put up a better job, so it'll be more easier for DeRozan and Kyle Lowry to just continue on this great game for them. The backcourt of the Toronto Raptors outbeating the Miami Heat's backcourt, which is a real important thing to notice because D Wade has been showing up for every single game. This is probably the least amount he has done, even though he still led the team. He still pretty much have still a decent game. Dragic, not enough, but it's something sort of good in a way because compared to everyone else, Dragic had the second best game. But Toronto Raptors backcourt outbeated the Miami Heat's backcourt, which is the Miami Heat's backcourt has outbeat the Toronto Raptors. So basically, D Wade and Dragic has been beating DeRozan and Kyle Lowry for most of this series. This is the first time I've seen the backcourt actually come back and getting a win for their team. So that's it. We wait on the Golden State Warriors versus Portland Trailblazers going on behind me. Friday, we will see the Miami Heat at home versus Toronto Raptors, Game 6. So, peace out, guys.